Let's go to this is a nice, pleasant surprise. Our buddy on line 12.
Who?
The great Joe Rogan.
Oh, Rogan, get out of here.
Joe.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, Joe.
What's going on, brother? I got on Twitter and I saw someone mention my name, so I figured I'd call you guys. What's cracking?
We were talking about news radio.
When Nick played
that-
your brother.
That episode when you and I were wrestling in the kitchen.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was. We were talking about Brian Callen and what a great time that was.
I never saw that. I guess that was after. Because, hey, Joe, I was saying on the air, you met Brian when you did Mad TV, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I was talking about the sketch. Me and Joe. Joe, do you remember the sketch me and you did together where I play your manager and you're a
I was
boxer?
like a dumb boxer or something.
I was trying to get you to throw the fight and you didn't understand it. But it was like shot in black and white. It was actually pretty good. I saw that recently, and it was fun. Yeah, Joe's really good in it. Hey, Joe, you got your own podcast that's supposed to be tremendously successful, right? That's what I've been told.
It's a lot of fun, man. I would love to have you guys on anytime you're in L.A.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I like every time I do these things, like we did Adam Carolla, I get excited because you have that freedom of speech.
Right.
But you forget that once you say something that, like, got on the internet or whatever in a podcast, it's out there forever. So
yeah,
there's
you
that,
guys are on regular radio, right? This is like radio.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
It is.
That's right.
That you guys might as well be on 2 tin cans. You might as well be doing this thing through Morse code.
Well, you know, Joe, I was on with Howard for 4 years on Sirius, and this was like, you're going 100 miles an hour with the language, and all of a sudden I'm saying take a duty again.
Oh, how weird is it? It's got to be weird, right?
It is a little weird, but we talk sports, which is fun. So
right.
Yeah, it's not.
We get over on that, but
still, though, it seems like you should be able to do that show on satellite or on anything else, internet, and just be able to go get off. I mean, you guys are two. I almost swore right there. Hilarious stand-up comedians who are famous for having really like uncensored acts, and you're censored. That's crazy.
Well, it is crazy unless you're in a position like me where I haven't made a dime in this business in 25, and the money's pretty good.
Well, then it's not crazy.
And we're going on DirecTV September 7th.
Beautiful.
This radio show. So, I mean, there is a little bit of,
incentive.
Joe,
incentive, yes.
Joe, do you still do the road a lot? I always talk about Joe's intensity on stage.
Oh, love him.
At the Aspen Comedy Festival, almost about 2004, I watched Joe do a midnight set. He did 2 hours, midnight to 2 a.m., and kept the crowd hilarious.
Of course.
But you're a busy guy, man. You still on the road a lot, Joe?
Oh, yeah, all the time. Yeah, I just got back from Denver. Before that, I was in Calgary. Yeah, I'm constantly on the road.
Yeah.
How's the UFC stuff going, Joe? Every time I put it on, you're so good at it, man. You know your stuff inside and out, man.
It's fun.
So,
I've got the two of them combined. Like this last weekend, I did a UFC on Saturday night, and then Friday night I did the Paramount Theater in Denver. So I combined the two of them.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Ka-ching, may I say.
Because I come in and I do the weigh-ins, so I MC the weigh-ins, and then that night I have a comedy show somewhere.
Joe, do you still? I hear I always hear like you're legendary for getting up every morning and actually doing this stuff, this MMA stuff yourself. Like at a gym in L.A. with these guys. Do you still do that stuff?
Yeah. I still train. I just got my black belt in jiu-jitsu a couple weeks ago. But, yeah, I still train on a regular basis.
Anybody want to heckle Joe Rogan next time he's in Denver? Get your head kicked off and land in a balcony?
Joe's a guy that the both of us could relate to. Because if I remember right, when I first met you, Joe, you grew up in Newark and the Boston area. Didn't you live in Newark for a while?
I was born in Newark. Yeah, I was born in Newark, and but I did most of my growing up in Boston.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, you still talk to our buddy Brian Callen?
Oh, all day. Yeah, he did my podcast yesterday. I love that guy to death. He's the best.
Next time you see him, tell him I said hi. He's got a kid now, right? Is that true?
He's got two.
Oh
my God.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
Is
Everyone's
he
growing up,
really?
man. We're all slowly dying, and everybody's turning into our parents.
Yeah, we're dying, and you're like a triple black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I'm quickly dying. You're slowly
more than anybody else. That's all it is. I'm just fighting off harder. We're all dying. I'm going to lose. We're all going to lose.
What are you weighing in at, Joe, right now? This kid's ripped. What are you weighing in at? 190. And there's like no body fat on this guy.
I'm only.
You ever see a picture?
I'm very wide.
You got to see a picture of me when I was 190. My baby pictures. You ever seen them?
Listen, guys, hey, I got to go eat dinner with my family. I just wanted to call in to say I love the both of you. I miss you guys. I haven't seen either one of you in forever. But I would love to do your show if I'm ever in New York. And if you guys are ever in L.A., I would love to have you on the podcast.
That's a deal, man.
We'll let you know, Joe. Thanks for calling in. Tell Cal I said hi.
Yeah.
I will do.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Take care,
Joe.
brother. Bye.
Take care.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Joey Rogan. That was nice of him.
One of the real guys left in the business.
Yeah.
Rogan. I miss hanging out with him. I used to see him quite a bit.
Another funny Bostonian.
That's right, man.
And from born in North.
Born in North. Born in North.
What a combination. And a
big
tough
combination.
bastard. I remember when I first knew him. This is years ago. I'm at the Montreal Comedy Festival. I go down to work out in the gym in the morning. Joe comes down. He's got like a sweat jacket on. I didn't even know. I knew nothing about him at the time. All he takes like his jacket off.
Intense.
Gets on the lap machine, puts it on the whole deck. Doing reps and I'm almost fainting. I'm going, what the?
Yeah, you see a lot of comedians, and Patton Oswalt and me come down and we try to do some pull-ups. No, but that was a good you three on News Radio is a good thing because you're three comedians who are actually in three comedians who are funny who are actually in great shape. That's a very rare thing.
Yeah.
Funny,
good casting,
great shape, very, very, very rare.
And I'll tell you about that audition. I do it right. I think Joe might have put a word in for me. We do the audition.
Yeah.
And they come out after and they pointed this other kid.
Right.
So we want the rest of you can go.
Mm-hmm.
So I start walking, and I parked a block away. I'm walking to my car. I'm just about to get to my car. Joe comes running down. No, they made a mistake. Come back.
Joe came out himself and said, maybe helped you out there. Hey, listen, you got to. Springsteen said in his last album, we take care of our own.
Yeah. That's the worst part, man. You in plenty of auditions out there.
Oh, God.
I like Grace Under Fire.
Awful.
We had the same managers, me and Brett Butler, so I knew I was going to be in a couple.
That always helps.
And I still had to do the auditions because it's and then I see guys that I know, and it's a fix is in. That's when I quit.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's show business. It's rigged, man. It's
boy, is it ever?
That's the one reason why it's good to get with a big management company because management companies that actually produce television shows because they could just put you in it.
I just don't like to pay commission.
That's the downside.
That got in the way of my career.
That's the downside of it.
Artie, what's the drunkest you ever got? Remember?
The drunkest I ever got, Nick.
And tried to drive.
And tried to drive. Oh, God. Well, we used to have contests. No, let me say this. We do live in uptight times.
Yes.
We live in nowadays you go out, you have 11 or 12 shots of wild turkey. Everyone wants your car keys. No, I don't. Nick, listen, I'm not proud of it, but
no, I know.
I used to drive drunk, and I couldn't even answer that question. I just thank God I didn't hurt anybody. That's
I know. I remember in high school, my buddy Mikey Szynski had a party.
Right.
And we're like freshmen,
Yeah.
You might have 14 beers or whatever. I had my parents' car. At the end of the party, I forgot I had the car and had somebody give me a ride home.
Oh my God.
To my house. So I wake up the next day, my father shakes me. Well, where's the car? And I didn't even remember that I had driven.
Yeah, no.
I left it at Szynski's. Had somebody give me a ride. Nobody even.
How about this?
Not because I was trying to be safe. I forgot I drove.
No, you forgot. You were
to the guy's house.
You were in a blackout. You blacked out. That's what happened.
That's good.
No, one time I was coming back from my friend Mike's New Year's Eve party. Okay, I had to be 22 years old, and I'm blind drunk, and I'm doing that thing. It's pouring rain out on 5 a.m. New Year's Day. And I got both of my hands on the wheel, and I'm concentrating so hard on not to swerve or get into an accident that I'm not driving properly, And I'm just afraid of getting pulled over. Again, it's pouring rain. Cop, this is the coolest cop of all time. Cop pulls me over, and I'm like, oh my God! I start rolling down my window, and I hear the cop go, "Hey, hey!" And I put my head out the window. The cop in pouring rain was covering his head with like his notepad. He goes like this. He goes, "Put your effing lights on." And then he just walked back to his car.
And
I didn't have my lights on. And the cop didn't want to do any paperwork. So he just yelled out, "Put your effing lights on." I got back in his car.
The reason I bring it up is this kid in Iowa, 24 years old, Justin Clark. He was called on the 29th. Somebody called 911 after seeing him drive erratically, and they pull him over, right? He It was 8 times the legal limit.
Oh my God.
8 blood
times.
alcohol was a whopping .627.
That's dead.
Can you imagine?
That's dead. Yeah, that's really impressive.
The North Liberty Police Department officer reported that Clark was so intoxicated that he couldn't exit the car on his own and was unable to walk without assistance. Asked if he knew what day it was, Clark answered 3, but now it's 4.
Well, that happens.
Can you imagine? I mean, we're laughing about it, but
when I got arrested for possession of coke in L.A. and I got into a fight with my manager at the time, I tried to punch him.
And who was that? Do I know the guy?
Ken Trush. You remember Ken Trush?
I know the name.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you call him douche.
Good guy. But I was on cocaine. And this can't be true. This was at the prison hospital at L.A. County.
Yeah.
The doctor told my agent that they had never seen that much cocaine in a human being.
Really?
And my first thing was, I don't think I could afford that much, but maybe I did.
Yeah.
That's what he told me. That's what the agent told me. Maybe he's trying to scare me, but
you have the constitution of a horse. It
No.
really is kind of creepy, man.
Well, listen, I'm for the Constitution, like Mark Levin. Yeah, well, listen, you got
much louder, thanks, Dan.
You got a .6. I heard at that time. Dan went to whisper.
I told him to say it louder. So.
But Dan, you're gonna get that is the Dan Dusky voice. Maybe try to be cheerier. Like go.
Just say break.
Break.
That's good.
Break.
That's kind of common.
No, just say it at a normal tone.
Break.
There you go.
Break. No,
Okay.
Dan. Instead, go like this. Just go like this. I'll be fired.
I'll be fired.
I'll be fired. Or say land shark.
Land shark.
Candygram.
Let's take a break. Come back. Meta world peace in the news.
Well, yeah.
You're going to love it.
And you know what we got to do? We got to, in honor of being in the new place, we're going to walk down memory lane. We're going to play, when we first met the twins, we're going to play the phone call when they called in and we asked them to come.
I'll get the tissues ready.
Be on the show. Yeah, it's going to be, we'll bring the girls in for that one. It'll be
and we'll talk about how the Detroit school system, what they're doing to draw kids to the school.
Do they put it in the casino?
It's almost like that. 800 Jim Rome, Nick and Artie back after this.